Hey, everybody, I'm Bethany, and I'm a casting producer for Unscripted TV.
Hey, I'm Danny, and I'm also a casting producer for Unscripted TV.
And we are excited to bring you our new podcast, Casting Stories Untold.
Woo woo! Hello.
Hello.
No, how are you?
Very, very well. How are you?
Oh, very, very well.
Oh, I said that now.
I'm good. I'm scared I'm not that well because I spent Valentine's with a sick person,
Oh, anyways,
allegedly.
listen,
But
Yosh just had the flu for like a full ass month. So
Yoshi has?
yep. Well, had like he's done with it, but it was a nightmare. So I hope
We
you hope it doesn't happen to you.
Fingers crossed. We are in complete sick season. I feel like everyone I know is sick, has just gotten over being sick. There was like, I guess, some kind of neurovirus stomach thing going around for a minute.
Oh, oof, no, that escaped us. But yeah, I mean, it's just like gross and rainy and sicky, and I'm just ready for it to be over.
Oh,
Did
you
you
don't
get your
like?
shots? Your
No.
flu shots?
This is horrible.
Danny
And
love.
no, I
I
know.
didn't either. I didn't either, by the way.
And you know that my mom, oh God, used to give me shots. I don't know, because she used to be a nurse.
Oh,
So she knew that
right.
I would never get them. So when I would go home and visit, she would like shoot me up, essentially. And there have been times in New York City, like when I would travel for Big Brother, where she would give me the flu shot. She's given it to me once in the bathroom of a New York City like restaurant basement where it literally felt like we were doing drugs, like needles. Like she's like one of them, I forget what she's like, pull up your sleeve and then shoot the flu shot into me. And then one of them was on the not on the street, but in a car on the street parked.
Did
People
she
are
like
honking.
blindside you?
People were
What?
honking. Yes, and she's
Did she
giving
like
me
blindside you? She's like all of a sudden
no.
just like shooting you in the arm. Okay.
No, she's not blind because
Yeah.
I'm not like I
Yeah.
would I'm a very reactive. I probably would like the needle, would like scar me but yeah, isn't that crazy?
Crazy. But
The
I
good
can
old
see
days.
Annie doing that. I mean, I love Annie. That feels very on brand.
Mark was there and he was like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. And I was like, yeah, I guess I feel like it's like become the norm for me, but I was like, yeah, I guess this is weird.
I mean, we some people's weird is someone else's oddity collection.
Yes, and that is the perfect intro to our guest today, who was runner-up on Big Brother 18, was runner-up on Big Brother 19, and TBD on the placement for the next House of Villains. It's Paul.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
You guys see me? Does it look all right?
We can.
It,
Can you do landscape slash horizontal?
Uh,
If
hold on.
not,
I don't know if my fucking thing does that. Maybe it does.
it
Oh, just
does do
kidding.
that. Are you kidding?
Girl, hold on. It doesn't. So,
It just did it.
it just did.
hold
Oh my
on.
God, look at your room. Where are you?
Please tell me this is your
Ooh,
bedroom.
No, my bedroom is cool. Well, it'll be
you're
cooler.
like,
Okay, is that fine?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, do you want me to
Okay.
really adjust you how I would adjust somebody? Because it has you're looking down at us. So if I were you, I would like lift it up, elevate the whole thing.
Oh, we want to get
We want
elevated.
to
You want me to
frame
look
you.
up
We
at
want to
you?
frame you so we can see your gorgeous mug. And then I would switch
Yeah,
back.
but now how about that? Hold on.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we can see that crazy dungeon, cool goth room you're in.
There we go. Yeah, is the lighting better
Oh,
maybe?
yeah, 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 yeah. This
Yeah.
is this is
This is the
Yes,
this.
shot. Okay.
this. Maybe scooch back like a yeah, there we go. Because you have forward energy, which is like amazing, but
Okay.
you're like this.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
never
how's
heard of
that?
forward energy.
What's that?
I've never heard of forward energy. I like that.
I think I coined that.
Nice.
Um, what room are you
Oh,
in though?
I'm in like I guess like my entry room. Hold on, let me get my nails out of the way. I'm in like my entry room, like when you get into my home, um, my little museum.
this is so cool. What are these collected from? Like, where are these from?
They're from all over the world. I mean, behind me is like a different like cultural masks that are typically like hand carved out of wood. They'd be used for like different cultural like celebrations or folklore or performances, and they would wear these things. Sometimes they're like hung up on the in the home to like ward off bad energy. This is like a cool antelope skull. It's like 100, over 100 years old. Yeah, they're just like fun objects that I collect from all over the world, different cultures, different ways of making them. Just yeah, cool little history.
Bethany, did you know he had a museum kind of in your, did you open it to the public?
So it was like by appointment, and like it was like private, but also like anybody could make an appointment and come by. Um, I was really excited about like having one singular spot, but I caught on to like different I got like this different inspiration, and not everybody can come to New York. And there were so many people that were like, well, I would really love to see your stuff, but like, I don't think I'll ever make it to New York. So there are like different markets and fun conventions and oddity stuff that happen all over America. And I thought, how fun would it be to like do like a traveling exhibit, kind of like how they used to do it back in like the circus. They used to have
Yeah,
like a
like a carnival,
traveling
man. Yeah.
fun curiosities and weird stuff, you know what I mean? And freak shows, or people would swallow swords. So
Yeah.
I was always so fascinated by that stuff as a kid, and I was such a big fan of like Ripley's Believe It or Not, or going to things like that. So I feel like it's missing in this day and age. Like the wonder and whimsy has kind of like gone
Mhm.
away with like the internet, or just like trends, or people's attention spans. Um, so I think something like that would be so fun.
I went to his museum in New York. It was very wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I I bring and like kind of like restore and save like historical stuff from all over the world. And it's more so to like teach people about the weird stuff that humans did.
Yeah.
And even like what we may think is weird is not considered weird in different parts
Exactly.
of the world, or different belief systems. So it's like, how have we learned about these things in the West, and how do we like stigmatize them in our minds?
Mm,
And kind of just like, yeah, showing people the stuff that not everybody knows, like the weird tidbits, or like esoteric information, you know?
that's awesome.
That is so cool. Yeah, very cool.
Also look, I did want to show you. Oh, look what I'm wearing.
Wow, that's a relic. That is
Oh
Uh-huh.
my
a
God. Okay.
relic.
Let me
Dead
tell you.
Skull merch.
I have
Period.
I have a t-shirt like that somewhere.
That's
Do
And
you?
awesome.
yeah, and I don't know if you remember this, Danny, but Paul, you came into our office like this is years ago because my
Hmm.
daughter now is like well 20, she's in Australia, but she was like young.
Wow.
And like what I was watching, she was watching the show and like a fan. And so I was like, oh yeah, Paul's here, like blah blah blah. And he like, gave some shirts and whatever. I was like, here, and she's like, she was so excited that she
That's
had
so
one of
sweet.
your Dead School shirts.
That's
And
so sweet.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
get
kind of like transitioned from the merch stuff to more like objects. And I've always collected stuff since I was a kid, and I just kind of got bored of like making new shit. And I thought, how fun would it be to like rehome things that already exist, or like treasures out there that have already been created and exist? Like I find what I do like fully green. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really making anything new. I'm just like restoring or finding and rehoming these objects that have stories. Uh, and I kind of leaned into that world, and I like it. It's fun.
that's awesome.
Less of a footprint, right?
right.
No,
Okay.
straight up. Like I even like recycle like whatever. If sometimes stuff is like sent to me, I save the packaging and I'll reuse it. Like it's
Yeah.
like, why? There's so much. I hate ordering from Amazon and they
Oh,
send me all these big ass fucking boxes, or there's like not like a
boxes
tiny thing
within
and it's this big
boxes
ass
within
box
boxes.
with these
Yeah.
like bubble bags in there. And I'm like, you didn't have to send me this big ass box. Now I have this box. What do I do with it? It's like the waste is
Hmm.
I'm
crazy.
telling you. I mean, I feel bad enough ordering from Amazon anyway, and I'm working my way out
Yeah.
of that.
And there's
So
just
like,
so much shit out there that it's like hard for me to imagine how much waste we create as a society. So the more I can minimize that and still like get to do what I like and collect and is great. You know what I mean? I don't need to have cool packaging and stuff like that. Like even like other oddity shops or curiosity shops, they like get all these boxes and make. And I'm like, dude, who gives a shit? Like, as long as the thing inside of it is safe, let's
Full
keep it that way.
packaging gives me anxiety because I'm like, this is so pretty, and now I have to just throw it away, and it's like
Is it
this.
Yeah,
working?
Should I take a picture of it? Like I'd rather it be like something super easily. Like I don't need unboxing
yeah,
or
yes,
packaging at
yes.
all. But when you said digital footprint, I thought you were talking about like how
No,
you
not digital. I
like
meant like
oh sorry,
physical
when you
footprint.
said footprint, I thought you meant like how you were on Big Brother and like anyone
I'm
can like
dead.
look this all up again and like I thought you were talking about that footprint.
That's so
You're
funny.
like I can sell this stuff and nobody's gonna be like having remember I don't know, that's kind of what I thought you were talking about.
That's so funny. No, I mean, the digital footprint is long gone, girl. That footprint is all over the place. I don't know about
Oh
that,
bitch,
but
that's Bigfoot.
that's Bigfoot, straight up. The digital footprint is a Bigfoot sighting. That's so fucking funny. That's like a meme. We need to meme that.
Me, because I'm like, you clearly don't care about that because you're about to be on a whole new
Yeah,
mountain.
Footprint.
I tell people I'm about to like embarrass myself further by going on a show called House of Villains, but I had the fucking time of my life. I'm not gonna lie. It was so fun.
Let's talk about it because it airs like very, very soon. Yeah, like the end of this month.
Yeah, end of this month. Yeah, on the 26th is when it airs.
Um, what can you like? I don't
Yeah,
know what
what
you're
can you
allowed
tell
to say or not
I
say.
mean, I don't know.
us?
Did they give you like parameters?
No, like I can't like give shit away,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But like I could definitely talk about my experience a little bit, I guess. How do I do that without giving anything away? Yeah.
What obviously as fans of we all love New York, what was your
Mhm.
little experience with her? Did you guys love each other, hate each
Oh,
other?
I was obsessed with New York. And I like to think that she liked me too, but New York is really like from another planet. It's so funny. She is so like she deserves all the lore that she has about her being like this mystic figure, like she is just like I've never met another human being like her. It's crazy.
I feel
And
like it'd be hard to pin down. Like you can't really ever know what
oh no, you
really
can never pin. You can never. You know those funny things like always keep them. Never let them know your next move. Like genuinely, you cannot read New York. She is wild card after wild card, but she's so sweet. And we like at first I was really intimidated and nervous, like because I grew up watching her and she's an icon and a legend. So it's like, how do I fare with this? Like, I was on Big Brother twice, okay? Like, that does not compete with like decades of reality TV persona and experience. And it was just crazy, honestly. And her, like Tom Sandoval, Kate, I mean, these people have been in it for so long. And it's a different kind of show, right? Like where they are TV personalities. And I feel like challenge based shows like Big Brother or Survivor, it's like a little bit different ish. So, not to ramble from the initial question, but it was definitely like, oh no, can you still see me?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. How
nothing
so?
changed.
Like how so different? Like let's because people you don't think get to know maybe you as well on a show like Big Brother. Like what? Well, you're still there.
Well, because also there
There we go.
like the Big Brother and like the villain House of Villains, there are challenges and you vote someone out, right?
Well,
It's
for
kind of
sure,
the
but like
same
I feel like
premise.
this was a lot. Well, I guess it wasn't any of their first times. Well, no, some of them. I guess they've done like the Traders or kind of shows like that. But it for some of the cast, it was definitely their first time on like a challenge type show. I mean, granted, Plain Jane does RuPaul, and that's kind of a challenge, but you know what I'm saying? Like different. Like it's not like they're doing like fucking mental comps every
And I don't
week.
think they're
Yeah.
living together. I don't know where they live exactly, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the
yeah, all
roommate
that
drama
stuff.
of it.
Yeah.
So it's just different, and I think just as jarring as it was for them to adapt to this kind of TV, it was the same for players like me and Ashley, maybe Tyson, where we have the challenge, Big Brother, Survivor. It's different. It's a little different than just life slash roommate drama slash confessionals and just beefing for no fucking reason,
Right.
as opposed to beefing for like prize money,
Mhm.
right? I'm not the best like reality TV aficionado. Like I watch like 90 Day Fiance,
Oh my God, that's so yeah, it's so good.
and you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
like My Strange Addiction. Like my
Oh,
taste for reality TV is very bizarre, um, or like botched. You know what I mean? So it's not even in this category of existing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the TLC shows are all fucked up. Like whoever runs that network is probably Satan himself. Like it is just they really encapsulate like the downfall of people for entertainment, and it's so evil,
Paul,
but
I
very entertaining.
very entertaining. I don't even know if you know this show, but I worked on a show a million years ago called The Swan.
The Swan, I
Yeah,
heard about that.
it was
Just wait
literally
till
like
what it was. You're gonna
yeah,
love
I
it.
mean literally talking about the TLC shit like botched and that it was that only like pre rules and regulations for that kind of stuff.
Oh my god,
But
so
wait,
it's
tell him what
worse.
happened on it. What the premise was.
It was, well, it started off as like it was like women who were feeling like not their best and they had had maybe trauma or things happen to them. And then they were basically going to like get all this help at the end and turn into
Right.
like a makeover, right? And then it
Okay.
turned into, well, it was on Fox and it turned into this. Oh my God. I mean, we started off going to like like talking to women in like shelters. Like it was the intent was to really help people. And
Right.
then we ended up doing like a beauty pageant at the end.
Oh.
It was horrible. It was like,
Oh.
It was the swan because they were supposed to be ugly
ugly
ducklings who turned
ducklings.
into
Oh my
swans via plastic surgery.
So,
that's
so
fucking
bad.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
Talk
sounds
about going
like
to hell for doing stuff.
dystopian hell or something. Like
Mhm.
or like what
But
was that HGT where they would be like, "You want a new house?" and they just fucking destroy their house, and they're like, "Yeah," or like I don't know. Back in when Pimp My Ride was cool, and then they just gave them a car that would set on fire. They're
I
like,
right,
was
yeah,
"Oh,
and then you
always
you
hear all
like,
have
the
what are they
after
you
doing?
have a
stories.
fully functioning oil fryer in your car now," and it's like,
Oh,
I didn't want that. How am I gonna get to work?
exactly. Where are you driving that car? But I was always like, what are they gonna do with this car?
Oh
It's
my God.
It's
Or
like a
trading,
liability. They're like, "Here's the liability. Congratulations."
and you have to pay taxes on it.
On Beast Games, one of the prizes was like a private island, and it's like, what do you do? What do you do with that? Like, how do I finance having a private island? Like,
Exactly. And all the liabilities that come with all that stuff. It's
Are
yeah,
you
there's
kidding? I would never want to be alone on an island in my life. That would be the most terrifying thing in the world to me.
yeah.
no,
In
no, and
the world.
islands are not getting the best PR right now. So I feel like we need to stay far away from all islands. There's so many like
I
things
do.
coming out between war and
I,
this and that. I'm like, you know what? The aliens,
Oh,
reptiles, people are worshiping figures. I'm like, girl,
wait,
what?
let's talk. I forgot about this. Let's talk a little bit. I mean, if you want to, didn't you go to the battlegrounds
I mean, I
of?
went to Armenia, and Armenia is next to Azerbaijan. So, oh my God, uh, Armenia is next to Azerbaijan. So I went during the war, and I was doing like humanitarian aid and raising money, training with some of the military folks, and I went like right by the border. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But you're not, as like a civilian, you're not allowed to really, um, go on your own accord out. Like you would get stopped by like personnel, but I was like right. I was in Armenia during that time, trying to like do as much like help that I could, from what I could do. Especially I'm not an Armenian citizen, so it's like I can't as an American go there, and
yeah.
those guys are tough, and it was nice to like give them some sense of like camaraderie, and what we could fundraise and give them like bulletproof vests and gloves and things like that. So it was really an eye-opening experience, and it definitely shifted my perspective of like again, first world problems, right?
Right.
And it's like it's also hard for me to operate in this space, even like reality TV, blah 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 blah. When I know that like real like people are dying, right? And like the complaints or issues that I may have just sound so kind of like silly in comparison. So that kind of like messed with my head a little bit. It's like, damn, reality is really a weird spectrum that you can land on.
Yeah, let's talk about how you landed there because like you said, there's like so much to like it's like a mind fuck, right? To like think about what you do now versus also what you started to do. Because weren't you like a philosophy major, maybe going to be like a lawyer or what
Yeah,
was
I
your
mean,
path here? Yeah.
yeah, I was a philosophy and political science double major, and I was intending to be a lawyer, but I interned for the LA Superior Courthouse, and I was like a judicial intern, and I got to like sit in on some like sentencing cases and kind of see that whole process. And that fucked me up. I was like, yo, I first of all do not want to be part of this system. Like, I want no part in incarcerating somebody or prosecuting somebody or getting somebody defending somebody. Like, I don't want any part. Like, I saw so many lives destroyed in that courtroom, and there was no winner, right? Even the victim, the person, like there is no winner in the situation, and like the attorneys were kind of just that's their day in and day out. And it was a really sad case. And um, some of the victims, I guess, like family stood up and just reprimanded the defense attorneys and was like, we're like, how do you guys sleep at night, like doing this kind of work? And honestly, even that was enough for me to be like, yo, I don't think I can do that for, I don't think I can do that, period. Definitely don't think I can do that for money and livelihood, and know that my well being is kind of like based off of people like in the worst situations. Like when people are like reaching out for a lawyer, it's typically like not them in the best circumstances. Granted, that's a spectrum, right? You could say it goes both ways, but still, it's like somebody something's got to give to get. So it's like it's not like a unilaterally good thing. It's like I don't know. I saw the whole thing. I saw how it worked. I saw like and it freaked me out. And I was like, I don't think I can do that, like emotionally handle doing this kind of work. And like, again, I don't want to like be somebody's savior and fail, or be somebody's defense. And it's like weird. Like, I don't think I could live with that, like moral dilemma. You know what I mean? And on paper, it seemed like a good idea. Oh, lawyers are successful and they make good money and blah, blah. You know, you're told these things when you're young, or you see these examples. But when I actually was in it, I was like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The fantasy of it went away, you know? So that experience was great for me because it really showed me what it's like, you know, and the reality of the situation.
In my memory, I thought, so that's why you didn't become a lawyer. I thought you were in track to become a lawyer, and then you're like, oh, I did Big Brother. Okay, like now I'm not doing
No,
that
no, 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 no,
anymore.
no,
Okay.
no. But I missed my graduation to be like on Big Brother. I didn't walk to get my diploma. I mean, I still got it like in the mail, which was kind of embarrassing. But um no, I had at that point already been like, I don't really think this is for me. But I was still young enough to like not know. I was like right out of university, and I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? And I had the clothing company, and I knew that I was a creative, and I loved making stuff and music and art. So I was like, okay, like let me just do this for a little bit and see where that lands me. And I mean, simultaneously enough with Big Brother, it kind of coincided, gave me the boost, or at least like the courage to pursue more of like a creative uh, route, as opposed to like a
Corporate.
Like
yeah,
a
not corporate, but like,
like
like
a linear kind of
yeah,
yeah.
disciplinary, or like more of like a like solid
Traditional.
career, because it's hard. Yeah, it's good and it's bad. Like I'm both blessed that I'm 32 now. So for shit 10 years, I'm blessed that I have been able to like support myself as an artist. You know, people that like what I do or believe in me, or get to support me. I mean, that is such a blessing. But it's also terrifying because like I've never really had a job or like a career. And as I get older, or as like my interests change, or maybe my like work ethic change, I'm like, shit, it's kind of scary being like a self, I guess, made individual, or like entrepreneur, or whatever you want to call it, because it's like scary. Like there's no like if I stop creating, or if I lose like that juice, it's kind of scary. And it kind of happened with the clothing stuff. Like I started to feel like not inspired, and caught myself just making stuff just to make stuff. And I'm like, well, that defeats the whole reason why I started making clothes in the first place. And I kind of was like, I want maybe something else. And I had been collecting antiques and stuff like my whole life. Like it's probably like an autism, OCD something. But ever since I was a kid, I collected all the way from rocks to, of course, like trading cards, like most kids. But it started with like rocks and little knickknacks and little trinkets that I would find like on the street or on the beach or when we would travel. And I still have the little box. It's kind of cute. It's like finger painted with my name on it. And it's like all
Oh,
these little rocks and trinkets.
your treasures.
Did you
Yeah.
have
And
a
it's
pet
cool.
rock?
Oh, absolutely. And it's several. And it's cute to like see that and then see like all this stuff that I've procured over my life and how that has changed from just like a rock to like things that are
Mm.
maybe even like priceless, right? And yeah, it's just a funny way that it's like something that the curiosity that I guess I had as a child still exists today, just in like a different form, which is like funny, fascinating.
Well, and who knows where it'll take you next, right?
Exactly.
That's
I
not
mean, I
really.
could have never imagined it would have taken me here. So it's really a never-ending journey. And I love this lane that I've steered into because I've learned so much about everything. Like every people, life, culture. I mean, just that simple curiosity of like, oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I wonder what that is, sent me on like a rabbit hole. Like even if like it's a mask, okay, well, where's that mask from? Who is that figure that's on this mask? Like why does that exist? And it just sends me down a rabbit hole of knowledge. And it's made me connect with more people as opposed to me just being like, let's say if I was just a lawyer, right? It's how many, yeah, maybe you connect with other professionals, this, that, and the third, but like in this realm, like I've learned so much about like medical history and pharmaceutical history and cultural history and like political history, all from objects and items. And like they tell a story of the time where they existed. And once you like discover some information, it just kind of pushes you to be like, well, why were they doing that then? Or why was this a thing then? Like what was great? And it's just, and you just start learning shit. So I, it has changed my life for the better so much. And it has just, I think, made me like a more well-rounded human being that I love gifting that to people who follow me. Like, it's cute I get photos all the time sent to me of being like, hey, this is my collection now. Or like, here are some of the stuff that I've bought from you that have inspired like now. And people send me their collections and what grows. And it's just like super cute to like pass on that bug a little bit, that knowledge bug.
You really
It's
need
also
your
really,
own show of this.
yeah, right.
Put
Yeah.
it on TLC.
Well, no, it's literally, yeah, it would be fucking hoarders. That's what they would put me on. But no, I was actually pitched for a show like this during COVID, where they were gonna send me all over the world
Literally
to
perfect.
like find cool artifacts and like different cultural like practices that I can engage in
Yeah.
and kind of tell that story. Kind of like Anthony Bourdain, but instead
Yeah.
of food, it was stuff, it was
Yeah.
items, it was creations or culturally relevant items like that. But yeah, COVID happened, traveling was banned, and then it kind of got like
Well,
shelved
maybe it's
because
time to unshelve that because that's really, really interesting.
I think it's so interesting. And I mean, it's my dream. Like now I want to travel to places that I didn't even know existed, all because have something from there. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
a lot of these places are also like diminishing or have faced genocide or cultural erasure. Like even my own, like Armenian, like my great grandparents, my ancestors, like we have dealt with that generationally. So it inspires me to like look elsewhere. It's like, okay, well, if this happened to like my people, there's plenty of other examples where that's happening to. And it's like to hold a piece of history and continue to tell the story is far more valuable than I think people understand, especially like now that we're moving into like a digital world where information can be manipulated, changed, altered. A
Mm.
fucking object that you can hold in your hand you can't fucking change that. So I think keeping these things, especially books, I think books are going to be a very hot commodity in the future. I have a crazy collection of books, all with like different esoteric knowledge and weird stuff, plant medicine, things that like,
Ooh.
yeah. And they just keep, the prices of them keep going up. Like a book that I got 10 years ago, I'll look it up now and it's like, let's say I got it for like, I don't know, $100 10 years ago. It's like $1,000 now because it's just getting harder and harder to find it, you know?
Damn, making me feel bad as an audiobook listener over here.
No, no, no. There's validity to all of it, but I really think like objects are going to be something that people miss once we continue to aggressively accelerate into a digital world. And those hold on to stories that should be told, that should be, and once those things are gone, a lot of the stories die with them and people don't understand. And if and or like I'll stumble across a box and there's like letters and there's a story, there's a life in there of this like photographs. And I mean, I there is a couple big exhibits that I'm working on right now that I've restored and archived myself. One of which pertains to the Armenian genocide, and another one that pertains to like palmistry and spiritualism, and basically like these people's lives and their stories, which were impactful. I found them in a box on the floor at a swap meet, like on a random day that just got lost in a storage unit or lost in translation. And had I not been the one to pick these things up and find them, like their stories would be gone. And I'm working on like reviving and highlighting those things. But it's just crazy. This guy that I'm talking about, his death mask is actually right behind me. His original death mask. I don't know if you can
Well, I don't
I
know
don't know
what
if you can
that
see
what a
that.
death mask
Will you
is.
tell us
So
what?
whenever influential, I wish I could pull it out, but it's like there's stuff. But whenever somebody influential passes away, back, especially back in like the 1800s, 1900s, 1700s, they would take a mold of their face. They still do this for like presidents and shit, but they take a mold of their face when they're alive and when they die. And it's called a life cast and obviously a death cast. And they would use that so that they could make things like statues, coins, things with like imprints of their face. So they would like mold that to like encapsulate how they look. So I have the original death mask of this guy named El Cairo, who I have one of his books right here. Because I was actually um, showing some people about it. But these are books that are like signed by him. And this was in that collection of boxes that I found. And he would predict things in the world. Like he did world predictions. He predicted the Titanic. He read Mark Twain's fucking, he read Mark Twain's and like, is it Franklin Roosevelt or I don't know, or Benjamin Franklin? It's one of these Franklins, but he read Mark Twain's fortune, and Mark Twain actually talked shit about him. He put out a public statement because this guy was like the first famous mystic in the West. His name's El Cairo. Look him up. He predicted the Titanic. He read like the Tsar of Russia's fortune. Like he was a global famous guy. Not only like superstars, but like political figures would go to him. So there was all this hype about him, and he moved to Hollywood, and he was the first like Western mystic, and he was like glamorized by Hollywood. He has a crazy story. And his hand is actually, he's called like the grandfather of palmistry. So that palmistry hand that you see around, it was like very much so popularized by Cairo, by him. It was his hand. And it was like rumored that he had like a magic hand or that there was something special about his hand. And crazy enough, I have his original hand death print right here. Like that's his original handprint when he died
How do you
from
have
like the
all this? I
police
feel like you're
records.
about to pull out his damn body. How do you have all his like original death stuff?
Dude, this was
Like
in
a
a
month.
fucking box. It was just in a box. So it was in a box on the floor at a swap meet because somebody had a storage unit. It was in the storage unit. And it turns out the person who kept all this stuff was like his student question mark mistress question mark because they had like this from what I've read, right? And she got his original death mask. I have that and the certificate and everything. She was writing a Hollywood script about his life. I have a Hollywood script typewritten, dated like 1950 something, Hollywood, California. And it's a script about his whole life. And she wanted to make like a movie and a documentary. But of course, It just didn't happen. All that stuff got stuck in a storage
That's
unit
the
and
way.
ended up on the fucking floor. And this insanely cool story was about to go missing. But what I noticed was the death mask peeping out of the box. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I know that they would do that in like the Victorian era or the early 1900s. I'm like, that's cool. Let me check it out. And I opened this box and it was all of his books and palmistry and ghost stories and the death mask and like documents. I'm like, wait, this is cool shit. And I'm like, hey, what do you want for this box? And literally the guy had no clue what was inside there. I was like, can you tell me anything about it? He's like, I have no idea. I just pulled it out of a storage unit. And I got the box, took it home, and it again went on a spiral, learned so much about this guy. And now I'm like working to create an exhibit for him and like see if we can make that script because he was actually really influential. I told you, Mark Twain put out like hate, basically like a hate vlog when he was doing it. He publicly, Mark Twain was like, yo, this guy's a snake oil salesman. He's full of shit. He called him like a charlatan or whatever,
Oh
like
yeah,
antiques
charlatan. Yeah.
slur that is. But he said he was like full of shit, basically. And Cairo responded and was like, Mark Twain, pull up. I will fly you out. I will host you to Hollywood, California. Let me read your palm. Like, let me tell you about yourself. Like take my invite. All expenses paid. Mark Twain did it and then put out a statement after meeting Cairo saying that he felt humiliated and that he said Cairo told me more about myself than I could have even ever like conceived. And he's like, I am,
Wow.
he said, I am like, he humbled and humiliated me basically and was like,
Yeah.
I retract everything I said. Like, this dude is the real deal. And like to have Mark Twain redact statements about you to be like, yo, this guy's for real. And like to think his fucking story was about to be like, and some of the books already had like water damage and like some of the paper. So I like went, hung them up, dried them, archived them, and I'm like, wow. And this is my interest. Like I'm so into like the occult and spiritualism and all this esoteric stuff. And to imagine that this would literally have just been like trash or like separated, right? Somebody maybe would have took a book, maybe the death mask would have gotten broken. Um,
Mm.
and it's like, how many more things like that fucking exist out there? That's what keeps me
Yeah.
up at night. I'm like, how many stories go untold and how many like important pieces of like history are just out there
Yeah.
waiting to be found?
Wow. It almost makes you feel like like there was a hand, like a spiritual hand in you having come to that place at that moment and
Swear to
knowing
God,
what.
I believe that. I believe that. And there was a lottery ticket in there with numbers that I still haven't played, but it's with on my birth
Stop.
year. On my birth year that they got that lottery ticket and they saved it. And it was my birth year in there. And I was like, wait, that's kind of crazy. I should play these fucking lottery numbers.
Yeah, you absolutely
I
should.
gotta
How
wait
much
for
did
the
you pay
next
for that
mega
box?
billion, $100.
Wow.
Some of these books are worth like over 1,000, and he has signed them. He signed them. Crazy.
That is actually fucking crazy. It's funny. It's also funny to just look at you talking about the drama of Mark Twain and Cairo. I feel like I'm watching a Big Brother DR, but it's about like Mark Twain. And you're like,
These like
and he's
dead
like, pull
people.
him.
Yeah.
No, literally, literally. Like it's and like fucking who like crazy names. If you Google it, it's like the Prince of fucking Austria or some Princess of Austria. Like he was out there. He was a really influential person. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm down. I'm interested. Yeah.
Yeah, El Cairo. Look him up.
Cairo. We're going to have to.
And
Um,
like I one of the guys from who owned the Titanic like said that he saved his life because he gave him like an omen that the Titanic wasn't gonna crash and he didn't. So there's like lore like that. You gotta look into it. It's really interesting.
mhm. So maybe this will like, are you like maybe the platform of Villain, House of Villains might stir something up, do we think, or no? Like a oddities show type of thing, or is that kind of
I
what you're
mean,
gearing for?
there so I'm working on a cool project right now where there is like a really big paranormal museum. There's a couple friends of mine that are YouTubers and they acquired this museum of like the Annabelle doll and
Oh,
the
wait,
his
I have heard about this. You know those
yeah.
people?
Yes,
They
and
bought that weird house.
yes, they bought the house exactly. So they want me to collaborate we're gonna collaborate together and build out like the craziest like paranormal and haunted museum that exists in the world. And it's going to be filled with like curiosities and haunted objects and all of it. So I am working on that, and I'm sure we're going to film a lot of that stuff and like just do like a little series where we talk about the history of each of these items and where they come from and what their stories are. But I mean, I've for the longest time have said that I want to make like a YouTube channel or some sort of series where I'm talking about this stuff, but it's so hard for me to focus on one thing. My look at the wall behind me. That's basically what's inside of my head. You know what I mean? It's so hard for me to like do shit. I'm also bad at asking for help. Like I'm just so busy in squirreling away at my own shit that like I'm just bad at social media, unfortunately.
Mhm. Well, and speaking of social media, I guess it's a very different time now than it was, I guess, 10-ish years ago, right? When
Super
you were
different.
on Big
Super different.
Brother. Are you anticipating that all stuff being on TV again in a whole like, new
Oh,
social media era?
it's so anxiety inducing. I can't begin to tell you. It's actually a little bit crippling. Like it's tough because I am the kind of person that does value like kind of being not noticed. Um I do have a little bit of social anxiety. I do like to just like be not in the shadows, but like be like a rat in the rat race, like not particularly standing out. And I know that doesn't sound believable because of the way I look and dress and I'm just all this crazy stuff, but like I don't, like excessive attention freaks me out. Whether it's good or bad, it's kind of all the same in my head. It's not so much that I'm worried about negative attention. I'm just attention freaks me out. And it always freaked me out. Even when I got off of Big Brother, um, I think that's probably where it started, where I got all that attention all at once and it just freaked me out and I had to like duck away for a little bit and everyone was like, "Oh my god, where did you go? You were not in the reality TV world." And it's like, "Yeah, cuz it was really fucking overwhelming and I didn't want to like harm myself
Mm.
by continuing to expose myself to it." So enough time had passed where and also like I just love the idea of House of Villains and like I do love the show. Like I watched it and I thought it was so fucking funny and I loved how camp and unserious it was and I was like, "Okay, I would love to do something like that." So, definitely the right time and the right concept because I've been asked to do other shows over the years, some that I was down to do and some that I was like, I don't it doesn't really sound fit for like me, you know what I mean? It doesn't really like resonate with me. So, um yeah, I'm really excited, and I had again like the time of my life, and if that can translate on TV, like I was having a fucking blast.
Who's the host name again?
Joel McHale,
Joel,
hilarious.
did he roast you? Because I feel like that's what
He
he
roasts
does,
me
and it's
almost
so
every
funny.
single day. Like I was the one who was like, without a fail, Joel is gonna say something about me, and I loved it. It was always so right and fucking funny. Like he is so yeah, he took a dig at me like every time, but he was like so quick, so charming. Like he says everything with a smile that you can't help but laugh. But like he roasts everybody, but I definitely got it.
I just
What
saw
was he like
today.
roasting you about? Oh, go ahead, Danny.
No, no, no. You.
The way that I would dress, like I one of them I remember I walked up, he's like, "Everybody, you look great, Paul. It's nice to know that Hot Topic is still in business, or you're keeping Hot Topic still in business." And I fucking lost my mind. There's another time he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna roast everybody except for Paul. He's my favorite member of System of a Down." Like he was
Oh,
just
wow.
on it with the roast, and I was fucking crying. And it was hard to be serious because between him and fucking New York, they're hilarious. And like anything they say, I'm just like trying not to laugh and cackle and be serious, but they had me busting out laughing, not like over and over again. And it was fun because you could kind of like improv. It felt like improv, and you could banter if you got it. But some of these people are good, like you say some shit, it'll come back at you like twice as fast. And you're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
how do I respond to that?"
I love the comedy of the show. I feel like that's what so many shows these days are missing is
Are
like the
missing.
levity, the
They
comedy, the funniness.
don't
Yeah.
take themselves too seriously. Yeah.
Let me tell you, it is so. I mean, I was cra- I can't. Me, the fucking filming crew, like we were all laughing. So I cannot imagine that it's not going to be like outrageously funny. And also the things that they had us do were so ridiculous. The personalities in there were so ridiculous, and from like different corners of this fucked up reality TV world, which I think is the treat. Like seeing people interact that you would have never thought would interact is so good. And I think they really nailed it with casting this season because everybody like brought their own obscenity. Like, not
Mhm.
one was like the other. Everybody had their own shtick, and not only was it fucking weird, it was over the top. And that's what I love that everybody was like had their own lane, and it was the most fucked up lane you could ever imagine, you know?
And you're perfect for that. Like, I feel like you are a roaster and you like being
And a
roasted.
roasty. Oh yeah. And
Oh yeah,
you'll
but
see
you
that.
spent 20 minutes roasting my jacket the other day. I was
No,
like,
period.
okay,
No, but you
honey.
know I could take it. You know,
Yeah.
I love a good roast and I love to roast. And
Mhm.
that show invites that with open arms. And it was great because everybody was kind of like on the same page. Nobody took anything personally. Like we could say the most obscene shit to each other, and then we'd just be in the kitchen eating, hanging out, having a drink, laughing. And like what's interesting is my time on reality TV. Like the first one, I was super stressed, right? Stressful conditions yield different. Everybody was stressed. All contestants are stressed. We're not slept well. We're isolated from the world. It's like a fucked up environment, and we're making crazy TV. Whereas this experience was like the opposite of that. Like there was not really much stress. It was more like whatever. And like I still think we made good TV. So it's interesting, like to be in different feelings or like I guess anxious about different things, but still being able to make like intense television without needing to be super stressed out, you know, or like people taking things super personally.
Do you think there was also an element of like what clear obviously you've changed in that time, right? So you are more comfortable with yourself, like you're not
Of
kind of worried
course.
about what kind of edit you'll have or role you'll be because you never were like a
I
villain
mean,
until,
I don't
you
know.
know.
I was definitely like amping up the weird. You know, I was trying to like lean into the camp and like dress as fucking over the top as I could, or just bring like a different flair to the show. Cause that's what I loved about it. Like watching the past seasons, I loved the flair that some of the contestants brought, and some of them didn't really bring flair. So I was like, I'm hoping I can flair instead of just being like, oh, what am I doing here? Or like, I don't, you know, like
Yeah.
I wanted to lean into like that silly villainous like character, you know?
Yeah.
Uh sorry, I lost fucking
Did you
track.
go on a did you have most of those items or were you like, all right, let's go and buy some good shit for this?
No, I had it. I had it. There's a
Because
week, I
some
don't
of those
remember.
items, I'm like, you own this, but I guess it makes sense for you.
Yeah, no, I have like crazy weird outfits that I was like, okay, this is gonna be perfect for this show. And yeah, it was just I liked how expressive I could be and how myself I could be. And that was like invited and celebrated. Where like I feel like maybe with some other shows, you kind of have to like stay in like a little cute little box, right?
Mm.
This show really invited you to be like outside of that box as much as fucking possible. And I love that. I love chaos. I love chaos TV, particularly. I think the best reality TV is the chaotic ones. And anybody who disagrees is a liar. But I like that they invited that chaos and promoted that chaos. And again, we all seemingly had a great time. Nobody really got their feelings hurt. And
Right.
it was great.
Because it's like that's the bot because that's like what it is, right? That's like there's no feelings to get hurt. There's no like that's the show is the chaotic nature. So of course it's gonna
Yeah. It's like we're all on the same
perfect, like
page, which is
right,
nice. It's like,
exactly.
but you could also be on the same page, but not everybody understands the assignment. And I feel like everybody understood the assignment, which was really cool because it felt very like I don't know what the fucking word is, but it felt very harmonious. Like there wasn't like we just got right in it, which was
Mhm.
cool.
Is there a group chat?
Yeah, it exists, but it's like you got to like blow the dust off of it or something. Like it's not active. It's not juicy. And again, we're
Okay,
all
okay.
very different. We all live on like
Yeah.
different parts of the world. And,
Mhm.
you know, some people are a little more celebrity than others. So I don't know if that group chat is going to see the light of day ever again,
Mhm.
but
Is there
it
any
was,
group, even small group chats from like your BB days that you still have going on, or not really?
bitch, I'm not in them. If they exist, I am not in them.
Oh.
I'm not a very good group chat participant, to be honest. I suck at responding to most messages, let alone messages in big groups. But no, but damn, what the fuck? Nobody's putting me in a group chat.
Damn, I'm a great group chat responder.
You are. You are. I am not.
I
I'm
love it.
dead.
I mean, I know you can't say, but if you are runner up on this,
Hilarious. Would be
I will
hilarious.
fucking die. That will be so
That's what I was
funny.
shooting for. To be honest, I was shooting for runner up again because that to me would be like the
Iconic.
funniest thing that could
Mhm.
happen. Yeah. And but you got to tune in to see. But
Mhm.
trust me, my heart was in it. Was in getting second place again.
I love that. Awesome. Amazing. All right. Well, I think we got it. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry I
Stephanie,
rambled about like
did you want to say, did
esoteric
you have any other
No,
pyro.
no,
questions?
no, no. I mean, I love hearing you talk, Paul. I really do. I don't think I really got to know you, have not gotten to know you that well, but I just love hearing you talk about your passions and your
That's so
oddities.
sweet. Thanks. Yeah, I could fucking talk forever. So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Love it. Well, thanks for coming on.
love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
And this is
Paul.
so fun.
Oh, Paul. Oh,
You
Dead
know,
Skull.
Paul. So that's his clothing company, Dead Skull, right?
And his, yeah, I think
Oh, is
it's
that
like
his
his
like
kind of
oddity
brand. I mean, it's
thing?
his
Okay.
Instagram. Yeah.
Copy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was fascinated because like I just love hearing anybody who's passionate kind of about anything like go on and talk. I could have listened to him talk about like his oddities forever. Like I would love to go on like that carnival tour or read that El Chiaro book. Like I find him really interesting talking about
Yeah.
his.
I actually meant to ask him, but like, sometimes questions come in and then like leave because one of the questions that I wanted to ask was, did you feel like you missed your calling for like the circus era of life?
Right, like back in the day when it was like P.T.
Hmm.
Barnum and like the what is that movie? Yeah.
I could so see him doing that.
Oh, 100%. I feel like he might do that in just a different way, right? He might take this on the road.
I was listening to a podcast where the director of Marty Supreme, did you see Marty Supreme?
Not yet. Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know that the Shark Tank guy is like a main character in this movie?
No.
Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah. It's
By the
wild.
way, I have very strong feelings about him.
I saw.
So, and I am not, that's so funny. I literally just texted my mom last night about how much disdain I have for this man. But anyway,
It's gonna be a wild ride for you. Like you kind of think, oh, in the trip, maybe that's so random. Maybe he makes a cameo. Anyway,
mm,
he is one of the absolute main characters of this entire movie. And then and so I when the director of Marty Supreme was saying he likes actually something he likes to do is take people from life, either his life or just things that he knows about, and be like, I feel like this person is exactly this character. He was saying how he had an autograph seeker play an autograph kind of seeker person
mm,
on the movie, and he just knows him from all, and there's like a few people like that, like
okay.
and all of this to say is that I feel like this director would like if he ever did a circus themed or ish movie, I'm like he should 100% reach out to Paul because he like
Paul would be
Paul is that person.
perfect. He's literally embodies that.
Like
Yeah.
whether he has like an exorbitant amount of acting experience or not, I'm like, oh, that's a perfect scenario for something like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it seems like he's going to make this script of this El Chiaro ordeal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
We should go to the exhibit
We
together. But
should.
is
We
the
should.
exhibit gonna be local, or is that what's gonna be in the horror house thing? I think.
I don't know. I need to listen to it back.
Okay.
I need to listen to our podcast.
Yeah, yeah, same. But we should go.
Yes. Until next time.